Everyone, welcome. My name is Jilly. We'll be doing the all signs you versus them reading. Please remember that this is an accountability reading. This is a reading where I hold the viewer accountable. This is a tough love reading. I will probably be telling you things that you do not want to hear. It might trigger you, it might upset you. But the whole point of this reading is to show you what you're doing on your part to block a connection. This is a spin-off from the It's Complicated reading. However, the only difference is you're actually dealing with someone here and you're trying to figure out what's blocking the connection between you and this person. We are in Aquarius season, so I will be starting with Aquarius and then going all the way down to Capricorn. You will be on this side, the person you're dealing with will be on this side. The roles can be reversed, so please keep that in mind. Again, we are starting with Aquarius as we are in Aquarius season. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Temperance. That wants to come out. King of Wands. Oh. Seven of Swords. Six of Cups. The Magician. Oop, too many cards. One more card, please, just one more. Page of Cups. All right. Well, Aquarius, zodiac signs I see Sagittarius. I see fire with the King of Wands. That's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I do have some cups here. That is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I also have Virgo and Gemini in the Magician. Those are the strongest zodiac signs I see. However, I do have a little bit of air with that Seven of Swords. That could be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, or in this case, possibly you, as this is your particular reading. Now here, Aquarius, let's see. I see patience on your end, a lot of ego on their end. Now remember, the roles can be reversed. Let's see some clarity. That's a little bit confusing because, this is an accountability reading. This is to show what you're doing on your part to block this connection. See what's going on here, because this is the past. So this person didn't think you were taking enough initiative in the beginning. Like, they didn't think you were interested. You were kind of being slow. You're kind of pacing yourself. You were kind of taking your time in this connection. And this person is used to somebody coming right at them, like taking charge. I see that with the Knight of Swords energy. Ten of Cups to clarify their card. This can mean many things on your person's side, Aquarius. This could mean that they were already involved in a committed relationship when you ran into them. But I'm really not getting that. I really don't feel like they were in a relationship. Again, I'm reading for a lot of Aquariuses, so it could be that they were. But honestly, the majority feeling that I'm getting from your person, Aquarius, is that this person wanted this. Like, this person is what they're seeking. This is what they're seeking, Aquarius. Like, they want a relationship. They want a family. They want the kids. They want the end game. And I guess on yours, what you were doing initially, Aquarius, it's not that you weren't showing no interest. It's that you were taking a little too long for their liking. Because when they're the King of Wands energy, they have a very fiery spark to them. They're very confident within themselves. So they want a person who they know is going to be sure of their feelings for them. So when you're taking your time and coming at them with the temperance energy, which is the patience energy, it's not something that they're quite used to. And that's not the kind of courtship they like. They want somebody who kind of comes in, takes charge, and goes after what they want. And in their mind, Aquarius, you just weren't exuding that type of energy. Now, this is in the past situation between you and this person. Now, presently, what I see on your side, I see the Seven of Swords and I see the Six of Cups on their side. That's why I was trying to tell you, I don't think they were in a relationship. Again, they could be, but that's going to be a very, very, very small percentage of you Aquariuses. For the most part, I really just think this is what they're looking for. Now, the only thing that concerns me here in the present situation, Aquarius, is that I have Seven of Swords on your side and the Six of Cups on theirs. Let's get some clarification. Why is the Six of Swords here for Aquarius? The Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Aquarius? Why is the Seven of Swords here for Aquarius? You want to change up your tactic with this person in order to start a new cycle with this person. However, the only thing that's concerning here is that you're going to be doing it in a different way. You're not going to be your authentic self. It's like you're going to put on a facade for this person in order to get their attention because you feel like that's the only way you're going to be able to start a cycle with this person. I will say this, and I'm not saying that I agree with it, Aquarius, but according to the Wheel of Fortune, it might actually work in your favor if you change it up a bit. However, like I said, the only thing that's concerning me is that it's not true to your authentic self. And the only reason I'm saying it's going to probably work for you is because the Wheel of Fortune popped up. They have the Six of Cups on their side, which means they have a sweet spot for you. That also is a card of familiarity. Familiarity. Oh, okay. So Aquarius, like I said, I never encourage people to be anybody but who they are. But like I said, when you put on this little front and this facade, I do see that working in your favor because, like I said, they do have a sweet spot for you. And they are willing to give you an opportunity with this new tactic that you're trying. Let's see here. That card wants to pop out. However, they're not quite falling for this new version of you. What they're attracted to is your effort on trying to impress them. Because before, in the past, they felt like you were not interested enough, like you were not showing them enough interest. Therefore, like, I'm going to hold off on Aquarius. So it's not that they're attracted to the facade that you're putting on. They're attracted to the fact that you're at least trying to get their attention, that you're at least trying to get them to notice you. However, at the end of the day, they realize it's still not quite who you are. So they're kind of stand their ground with you and let you know, hey, I appreciate the effort you're doing, Aquarius, but I know this isn't you. I know this isn't you. But I do appreciate you trying. Basically giving you some hope that there could be a connection between you and this person. I do see you coming into your power, though, later on with the Magician. So maybe around Gemini or Virgo season, I want to say more so Gemini season, because that's your fellow air sign, that you might see some success with this person. What's just going on here? Oh, yes. Okay, so I have the Chariot here. And I did forget to mention, I'm so sorry, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and the Wheel of Fortune card. Cancer is in the Chariot card. I see some momentum going on in your future, Aquarius. I really do. Normally when I do these accountability readings for zodiac signs, I really do give them tough love and let them know about themselves, because that's what these kind of readings are about. But in your Aquarius, the only thing that you did wrong initially was taking your time. Not that that was wrong. That's just your style. And that's not this person's style. And the only thing I can tell you right now, what you're currently doing, putting on that front, it's not the best way, but at least they know that you're trying. They will call you out on it, Aquarius. I'm going to let you know that right now, because this person has King of Wands energy. They're going to call you out on, hey, Aquarius, I know that's not you, but I do appreciate you trying. That's the only thing I see wrong here, Aquarius, is that you're not being your authentic self. But I do see the continuation of pursuing this person paying off in your favor, because I see you coming into your power and you taking advanced movement towards this person, and this person being very open to you in the future and willing to start a new beginning. Aquarius, yours is quite nice. That's all there is to it. Aquarius, there's really nothing to hold you accountable for except the fact that you might not quite be yourself. Be your authentic self. It's going to get their attention that you're trying. I will say that, Aquarius. That's for sure. Like, this is really a nice, easygoing you versus them reading. I usually don't have these type of results for this type of tarot reading, so it doesn't happen very often. So Aquarius, honestly, this is basically telling you, try something different. It will get their attention, and then just keep doing what you're doing, but be a little bit more authentic after they call you out on it, because after that, I see them opening up to you and wanting to start a new beginning with you. So I do see it paying off in your favor. This is a nice reading, Aquarius. I like this. I really, really do. Nice. Okay. Good job, Aquarius. Nice, nice, nice. In the meantime, I want to say hi to my lovely people. Hello, 23 people in the chat. If you find yourself gravitating towards my readings, please consider subscribing. And if you don't mind taking a moment just to like the video, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hi, Zia. Hello, my beautiful mod queen. Hello, Aesthetic Delta. Welcome. I don't talk during the tarot readings, but I will talk in between. Welcome, welcome, everybody. All right, moving on to Pisces. All right, Pisces, this is a you versus them reading. This is an accountability reading. This is where I give you tough love and let you know exactly what you're doing on your part that's blocking the connection between you and this person. You will be on this side, they will be on this side, but please remember, roles can be reversed. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so I see a lot of pentacles here. So that's heavy Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do see some fire with these wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That could be in their sun, moon, Venus, or rising. Those are the strongest zodiac signs I see. I do have a little bit of water here. That is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but that's not as strong as the other zodiac signs. Now here at the top of your reading, Pisces, on your side and their side, I see both coins. So there is a very strong connection that you guys may work together. And I want to say, because of this 10 of Pentacles here, that your person might be significantly older, or maybe you're older, but there's definitely an age gap here. There might even be a financial gap here as well. They might make significantly more money than you do. I don't necessarily see that being a problem, though, but I just want to give you the assessment and the energy of the reading here. Six of Cups. You two are very familiar with each other. And they have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So Pisces, here in the past position, I do see that you've let this person know your affections in some shape or form. Even if you didn't tell them directly, you let them know by doing nice things for them. Maybe you would have brought them coffee, or maybe you remembered their birthday, or maybe you notice whenever they're sad, you do whatever you can to make them feel better. I see that you have this sweetness towards them, Pisces. I really do. They do notice it. However, I see that this person is not in a place where they're emotionally available, at least in the past position. I will say that. So here on your end, Pisces, I'm seeing that you're giving to somebody in the past who wasn't really ready to receive. They still have something that they need to heal within themselves before they're able to give into a relationship. However, coming into the present situation, I still see that you have relationship commitment on your mind. However, this person, which concerns me, is the Knight of Wands. This can mean many things. I associate this card with the player card. I'm not sure if this means they're a player or if they're just taking charge of a situation. However, I do see this card facing your side directly. So let's see what's going on here. Yeah, there's an age gap between you two. So Pisces, there is somebody still in your person's heart, all right? There is a Queen of Cups in this Knight's heart. Remember, there's no gender in tarot, so please keep that in mind. I'm not saying female, male, because there's no point. I'm just going by the energy of the card. There is somebody else in this Knight of Wands heart. They're the person that they love. They're the person that they care about. They see you as the Page of Cups. So the reason they couldn't take your advances in the past is because, like I told you, they are not open. They are not ready to be in a relationship. They're not ready to receive love. And it's because there's somebody else inside of them right now, like consuming their thoughts and their heart. However, I told you what concerned me was this card is a player card. So until they can fulfill whatever they got to do with this person or get this person out of their mind, or until they can get this person, because I don't think they're with this person. I believe they would be willing to have some fun with you. Because you're the page, you're not the queen. But you'll do in the meantime. Even though that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for commitment and relationship. Here, in the future, I see dissatisfaction on your side. And I see them in stagnation. The thing here is, Pisces, this person who is a player, they're not going to let you know that they're a player. And you're so sweet on them and you're so enamored by them that this is the type of person who would take advantage of that. This is the type of person who would be like, well, I never told you we were committed. But you told me you love me. Yeah, but I didn't say we were together. I never called you my boyfriend. I never called you my girlfriend. That's that type of person I'm talking about, Pisces. See, look, Knight of Wands. You are dissatisfied with this Knight of Wands because they're not giving you what you want. And not that they're going to have it easy in the future either. They're going to be in stagnation. They're going to be forever dissatisfied because they're still pining over this person. And look, see? And they have the Four of Wands in reverse. So, Pisces, it's very clear to see here. There is blockage, not a full blockage. This person will give you access to them in order to feed their own ego, in order to fill their own desires. You'll feel sort of connected to them because at least you're getting a little bit of them, but not all of them, and it won't satisfy you. So the reason there's a full block, not a full blockage, is because they don't mind letting you in for a little bit, but not all the way. It's like that song, Half of My Heart, with John Mayer. It's kind of like that. I can only give half to you. I can't give you the whole thing. And that's never going to be enough for you, Pisces, because you're a lover. You're a person who loves to love and to be in love. You're the person who likes commitment. And this person is not going to let you know that they're going to be doing that. Like I said, they're going to make you feel like you're in a relationship. They're going to make you feel like they love you, but they're never going to sit there and say, well, I never called you my girlfriend. I never called you my boyfriend. I never said we were official. Yeah, but you told me this. Yeah, but did I say we were official? That's this type of person here. So the blockage on your side, Pisces, is that you are giving into a situation that doesn't warrant it. This person doesn't deserve it. All right. But like I told you, they're also going to get their karma too. They're going to get their karma too. All right. I will repeat the zodiac signs. I have strong earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I have some water now. I have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Fire energy is strong here. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Those placements could be in their sun, moon, Venus, or rising. All right. Hello to my 31 people in the chat. If you would be so kind as to hit that like button for me, show my channel a little love, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you find yourself gravitated towards my videos, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate that too. We started with Aquarius because we're in Aquarius season. We're moving all the way down to Capricorn. In the meantime, let me say hi to my people. Hello, Maria Garcia. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Nahi. I love when I see my ladies here. I love it, love, love it. All right, moving on to Aries. Aries, this is your you versus them reading. This is an accountability reading. This is where I tell you where you're causing a blockage between you and the other person. This is an accountability reading. I will be giving you tough love. I may tell you stuff that you might not want to hear. I might upset you. If you are easily triggered, please remember this is probably not the video for you. This is where I hold the viewer accountable. You will be on this side, your person will be on this side. Remember, the roles can be reversed. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, so Aries, zodiac signs I see. Virgo. I see quite a bit of a combination. Now, I don't know if you guys, how many of you guys watch tarot? There's really no zodiac sign that goes with the full card. A lot of people will say it's Pisces because they believe it's the end, or Aries because they believe it's the beginning. I associate it with both Aries and Pisces myself. So I see Aries and Pisces in this reading. I see Virgo. I have a little bit of the remaining elements here. I have air, water, fire, earth. So the biggest zodiac signs I see, though, are Virgo, Aries, and Pisces. Minor, the remaining elements, that could be in their sun, moon, Venus, or rising. So Aries, I see you actually, in the past, you were very open about going towards this person. And one thing I like about Aries is that even if you're a shy Aries, you're still very action-oriented. You still find a way to go after what you want, even if it's under the radar. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh, no. Bad cards. Oh, yes. You had your eye on this person over here with the Page of Wands for sure. So with you, Aries, it's not like you didn't show your interest. You really, really did. You went towards this person. Now, this person has the Page of Wands energy. So this person can be a bit of a flirtatious person. Um, some people will say, you don't want that person, Aries. They flirt with everybody. And I'm finding that not to be true, Aries, because what's clarifying them is the Temperance card. They might flirt, but they only pour their cup into somebody when they really mean it. However, this person, when they want to be in a union with somebody, they don't jump into it quickly. They take their time. This is, after all, the Temperance card. So they are putting on a front for other people, but they're not really showing people who they really are. They come off as the Page of Wands, but they're really the Temperance card. So they might have a fire sign in their rising. They might have a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, probably strongly Sagittarius, with that Temperance card in their rising placements, because the rising sign is what people see. That's the mask that people wear, but it's not truly who they are. And I think you see that, because here, what's clarifying your card is the Two of Wands. It's like you took the time to like really study this person and go towards this person. But the thing is, this person doesn't really jump into something, even if they're attracted to somebody. They kind of like to take their time. And I don't see you really being okay with that, considering I have air and a fire card. You know, air fuels fire, makes flames. So I think in the past between you and this person, Aries, you were just a little impatient, and that's okay. You know, you are a fire sign. You are a cardinal fire sign as well. So that's just not your thing. However, I do see you not letting that put you down. All right. Because here in the present situation, I still see you wanting to take a leap of faith with them. I still see you interested in them. Now, are they ready for a relationship? Absolutely. I see them that they have a relationship on their brain. I see that they're ready to be in a committed union here. That's their mindset. So I want to be honest with you. I don't know. I'm not sure where the blockage is here. You're showing your interest. The only thing I can see between you and this person is that this person's just not quite in a rush to jump into anything, and you have a little bit of a faster energy. Let's go here. Yeah. You're like, I'm tired of waiting, man. I want to be with this person already. I've had this energy in a few of your past readings, Aries, where you're just very eager to be with a certain person. It's like it's been a repetitive thing for a lot of your readings, I've noticed. So it might be the general energy in Aries overall. But yeah, I see you want to take a leap of faith with this person, because honestly, you're just kind of tired of waiting. This is like a stagnation energy with the Seven of Pentacles. You're like waiting for a sign for this person to show some interest. And Aries, I don't know if you're picking up the signals, because their card was clarified by the Chariot. The Chariot is progress. It's movement. So let me get one more card here. Is this fast movement though? Is this a movement where Aries can pick up the signal? Oh yeah. Okay, so Aries, this person is presently ready to start something. All right. I see that with the Chariot, and I see that with the Three of Wands. This person is starting to prepare a way for you to come towards them. And with you, what's concerning me, Aries, is that I think you're missing the signals. All right. I really think you're missing the signals here. Sorry, I have some sirens in the back. Sorry, hopefully you don't hear that. If you do, I apologize. I'm gonna get one more card to clarify your side. I think you're missing the signals. They're showing you little small signs that they're ready to start something now, but I think you're missing it. Lovers, Gemini energy. on in your head, Aries, is like you have this vision in your head of how it should be, how you want it to be, how you want to romance this person, how you guys are going to have a first date, how you're going to plan. You see this person as a soulmate. I think you're too stuck in your head on how it should be, that you're not focusing on the reality of the situation. This person is the type of person who's very coy. Like I said, this person is flirtatious. Remember, they come off as a big flirt, but they're really not that way underneath. So I believe they're flirting with you and you're like, oh, they do that with everybody. And I think you kind of just like, that kind of pushed you off a little bit, because I see you in the future in this hermit mode, like doing some serious contemplation, doing some serious self-reflection, like what is going on here. I think what's causing the blockage on your end, Aries, is that you're just missing the signals. You're missing the hints here. And I know some of you Aries are like, well, why don't they just tell me? Well, some people are shy. Look, there's your card right there, Aries. There is your card right there. That is the Emperor. You are questioning yourself. You are questioning yourself of your self-worth and your confidence. This is your energy, but now you're in this energy. You're questioning who you are and you're questioning your self-worth, and you really shouldn't be. You're the Emperor, gosh darn it. This is your card. The Emperor is a leader. He's respected. He provides protection. He's disciplined. He's over all the king cards. So this is your energy, Aries. You need to get back into that. And I understand when people don't move at the same energy and pace that we do, it can cause us to think that there might be something wrong with us, but then we have to remember not everybody's the same. And I think that's what's going on in your situation, Aries, is that you're just missing the signals, or this person is flirtatious with everybody. So when they're flirting with you, you're thinking, oh, they're just being who they are. Pay attention to how they flirt with you versus how they flirt with others. I'm just letting you know that right now. Okay, Aries, if you continue with this energy, questioning your sense of self-worth, this person is going to stop working on trying to get your attention. They're going to end it. Because, which is not, I'm going to tell you, this is an accountability. So, but this person, usually I don't hold this person to equal accountability. But in your case, this is definitely a 50-50 accountability. 50% you, 50% them. When you showed interest, they were interested, but they were taking their time. You're a faster energy, they're a slower energy. You just did not meet when you first showed this initial attraction. Your energy was completely different. But now that the energy's mutual in the present situation, they're letting you know they're interested by flirting with you more, but now you're questioning it because before they weren't showing that same energy before. Now you're like, I don't know if they really like me or not. They're just being them. And then you question your self-worth, and now you missed your opportunity with that person, and this person's like, oh well, I tried. This person had their problems, you had your problems. Aries, this is just a situation. But again, this is the future. So what I'm telling you right now, if this hasn't happened yet, pay attention to the signals. See how they flirt with you versus how they flirt with other people. Okay? I know. We want people to come towards us because, it's just easier that way. But, sometimes it doesn't always happen that way. All right. I'm going to go ahead and put my cards back in the meantime. Hello to the 28 people in the chat. If you don't mind hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps support me and my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you find yourself gravitating towards my videos, please consider subscribing. That would also help as well. Hello to my people in the chat. Let's see. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. Hello. I might say your name wrong, so I apologize. Varatsing. Welcome. All right. We just did Aries. Now we are moving on to Taurus. Taurus, this is a you versus them reading. This is where I hold you, the viewer, accountable on what you're doing to cause the blockage between you and a connection. If you're not about tough love and you are easily offended or triggered, this might not be the reading for you. However, if you're willing to look at yourself and see how you can hold yourself accountable in a blocked connection, you might find some use here. You will be on this side. Your person will be on this side. The roles can be reversed, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. Zodiac signs I see: Aries, Pisces, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Those are the strongest zodiac signs I see. I have some minor fire: Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Any of those signs could be in their sun, moon, Venus, or rising, or yours. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. You are pining for somebody. And you've been pining for this person for a very long time. I can tell that with the 9 of Wands energy here. This person, I can see why. I can see why you've been pining for this person. This person's got it going on in every area of their life. Looks, success, status, respect. I can see why you want this person, Taurus. What's happening here? What's going on in this past energy here? Oh, Taurus, were you a player back in the day? Were you a little heartbreaker back in the day? Taurus, Taurus. I have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Death card in reverse. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Scorpio energy. You don't have to be a man to be a player, okay? Women can be players too. Or in the way I like to say it, they can be heartbreakers. So this person, you might have shown them some interest, but they pretty much let you know, like, no, I ain't interested. They ended it before it could even begin. The thing I like about the Death card in reverse, though, it does offer a chance for rebirth and transformation. That's what I do like about that. So it's an ending, but not an official ending, if you get what I'm saying. So the thing about the reason that you kind of struck out with this person in the past is because they are aware of your past tendencies. Now, if you're like me, you got to love people for who they are now and who they will become. Holding somebody's past against them usually is not the wisest thing to do, because I don't know about y'all, I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I wasn't the same person I was 10 years ago. I wasn't the same person I was 15 years ago. We all evolve, we all change. Of course, there are some exceptions to the rule. If you're harming the innocent and harming people that are irreplaceable, that's a little bit different. But you guys get what I'm saying, nonetheless. So this person is holding your past romantic history as a way of not being with you, Taurus. This is the past energy. Now, in the present situation, I see you trying to bring balance into a situation. And the fact that they have a Knight of Cups, that shows me that they're open to a romantic relationship. Is that going to be with you? I'm not quite sure. Let's see what's going on here. You are still exuding that heartbreaker energy right now. I was afraid of that. I didn't want to say anything until I got another card. Because when I saw that juggling card, I was like, hopefully something else is happening here. Hangman in reverse. Pisces energy. Again, Pisces, Aries energy here. So when the Fool card is upright, it's taking a leap of faith in the right direction, saying the benefits are worth the risk. When the Fool card is in reverse, which is this one, it means someone's being reckless, didn't make the best decision, taking some risks that they shouldn't be taking. So Taurus, you still might be showing that energy or presuming that energy where you're still juggling multiple people. Which tells me, Taurus, is that you're very attractive. It's not hard for you to get somebody's attention. It's not hard for you to attract. And sometimes when we have that type of energy, it's very easily to get sucked into that, oh, why do I have to commit when I have this, this, and that? You know what I'm saying? Whether you're male or female, you are exuding this energy. And this person who wants an actual relationship and to be committed with somebody is looking at you like, yeah, I think I'll just hang out here for a bit. They're very resistant to your energy, Taurus. It's like if they feel like they accept your advances, it's not going to be the best decision for them. So they'd rather just hold off and taking any of your advances. Because this person has romance and commitment on the brain. This is the present energy here. Now, in the outcome, I see the Fool card. This is taking a leap of faith. So let's just go on here. Empress in reverse. That is Taurus, Libra energy. That could be very well be you, Taurus. With them, they're at the Queen of Swords. With the Queen of Wands in reverse. All right, so Taurus. I'm going to explain these cards and I'm going to show you what you're accountable for and what your accountability is. Remember, this is tough love reading. If you don't like tough love, exit now because I'm going to tell you. Now, here with the leap of faith, I see the Empress in reverse. The Empress is a very sensual card, a very seductive card, a very you-know-what card, all right? When it's in reverse, it means you kind of lack control in the physical intimacy department. It's like you treat physical intimacy as a buffet. And at least, I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm not saying that's what you are, but this is how this person sees you, all right? Like, you're like, oh, this person is grapes. I want grapes today. Oh, but that person is apples. I want apples. That person looks like a steak. You know what? I don't want fruit today. I want some meat. And that is how the leap of faith you're taking towards. So when I see the Empress in reverse, I still see you keeping your physical intimacy options open. If you're not being physically intimate with other people for options, you're probably using other people as options to feed your ego, to give you attention. Maybe they're giving you gifts. Maybe they're opening opportunities. And this person is like giving you the Queen of Swords energy. This person will tell you how it is. And they're very sharp-tongued. They're very blunt. They're sharp and to the point. Not mean, because when the Queen of Swords is in reverse, she's really mean. She's like really harsh. Upright, she will tell you about yourself. And even though it's not mean or cruel, it'll still hurt your feelings because she doesn't hold back. She's going to tell you, Taurus, I'm sorry, I can't be with someone like you. I need somebody who wants commitment. I'm looking for the Knight of Cups energy, not this Fool energy that's entertaining multiples. And the truth is, Taurus, you might really like this person. You might really want to be in a commitment with this person because the thing is, in this past position here, I see you pining for this person. And I told you, I can see why you pine for this person. This person has it all. But this person looks at romance with their head and their heart. They have a good balance here. On their side, I see all the elements. Water in the Court card. I see air in the Court card. So I see emotion and logic on their side. They have, and see, the Queen of Wands is passionate, which means She's capable of being a very passionate, sensual, and seductive person. I'm not saying this is a she. There's no gender in tarot. Please remember that. I'm just saying the energy of the card. She is a very passionate and seductive person on her own. However, when she's in reverse, she is not ruled by her passions. She does not let her physical intimacy and attraction rule her before she jumps into any type of dynamic. She uses her head and her heart. Or he does. All right, so Taurus, what's causing the blockages is just that you can't let go of your player tendencies. And if you are a player or a heartbreaker, whichever way you want to call yourself, it's hard for you to break that habit because you have this energy here like, I don't want to jump into this person and I don't want to be with this person or try to go with this person and miss out on these other people. It's kind of like you're using these people as a placeholder until you get this person, but this person doesn't see that. This person just sees you scattering yourself and can't be committed. So this person is not seeing that committed side of you, Taurus. And they don't want to invest into that. So that's what's causing the blockage on your end. Remember, tough love reading. Don't kill the messenger. This is what this reading is about, is to give you tough love. So keep that in mind. All right, Taurus, we're moving on to Gemini. In the meantime, my beautiful 44 people in the chat, if you don't mind hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Much love, much light to you for all those who hit the like button. Thank you for those who have already done so. If you find yourself gravitating towards my readings, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. In the meantime, let's see who else joined my chat here. Gina, hello Gina. Hello Liverpool. All right, we are moving on to Gemini. Hello, I might say this wrong. Wakas? Hello, Wakas. All right, Gemini. This is your you versus them reading. This is an accountability reading. This is where I hold you, the viewer, accountable for what's causing the blockage between you and another person. This is a tough love reading. If you do not like tough love and you're easily offended and triggered and you don't want to hear what you're doing to cause the blockage, I suggest you not listen to this reading. However, if you're willing to learn and grow and you want to see what you can do, stick around. Gemini, you will be on this side. They will be on this side. Roles can be reversed. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right. Oh, had two cards here. Moon. Seven of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Oh, that wanted to fly. Judgment. All right, zodiac signs I see. Libra, Pisces, Gemini, Scorpio. Those are the strongest zodiac signs I see. I also have minor earth, minor air, minor water. Earth is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Air is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Strong Gemini with the Lovers. Water is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Strong Scorpio with the Judgment. Again, strong Libra with the Justice card. So Gemini, with this Justice card here, you could have been involved already in a relationship. The Justice card, you might have been legally married to somebody when you met this other person, because this is the past right here. Or maybe you were living with somebody when you met this person. But this person, you felt a strong draw and connection to them because you see them as a divine counterpart. You see them as a soulmate. You see them as somebody you just are magnetically drawn to. Now on their side, I have the moon energy, which means that they probably knew about this when they met you because the moon sheds light in the darkness. So let's see what's going on here. Let's get some clarification on this past energy. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think you were involved when you met this person, Gemini, with that Queen of Cups in reverse there. Death card. Scorpio energy. Ending. So, Gemini, if you met this person while you were in a relationship, this person was not making you happy. This person was not fulfilling you romantically, was not very nurturing with you. They were more about themselves. But this card can also mean, even though they can be selfish and about themselves, that they can also be codependent on you for any other reason. And that's why when you met this person, it was like I said, divine connection. It was like a breath of fresh air when you met this person, because you were not happy where you were at. This person here, because I have two psychic cards. I have a Pisces and a Scorpio card. So this means that they were ending something at the time that you met them. See, even though this means shedding light in this darkness, this also means a divine psychic connection as well. So they might be a spiritual person. You might be a spiritual person, or maybe they felt the same divine connection that you did when they met you. But when you met them, they were beginning to end something. What were they ending? What were they ending here? So I don't know if this means like they meant like they were ending their secure situation. They might have been in a situation themselves, Gemini, something that's all they've ever known, and that was coming to an end when you met them. Because upright, this means a solid foundation. This means security. This means stability. So maybe they were coming out of an unstable situation and they were getting ready to end this when they met you, Gemini. So that's the past energy here. Now in the present energy, I see the 7 of Swords on your side, the 10 of Pentacles on their side. So that's the concerning part, because remember, this is an accountability reading, right? So let's go on here. So you want to have a turning point with this person, Gemini. You want to have a new cycle with this person. You see this person as being like your good luck. You see this, okay, this is the card of destiny. At the end of the day, this is the card of destiny, right? So you see this person as your destiny and you feel like this person belongs with you. However, whenever you come towards this person, there's a deceptive tactic to it. There's something that you're hiding from this person. You might not be intentionally lying, but you're not revealing the whole truth. Or maybe you're still in with this person over here, and yet you still want them because you feel like they're destined to be with you, but you're not doing it with the most honest of tactics. This person over here I see is thriving. I see this person thriving. I see this person success with their money. I do see that with the 10 of coins. I do see them wanting eventually being in a commitment. They might have a dog or two. I do see this person thriving. I can see why you would want that person, Gemini. That's for sure. I can see why you would want them. This person is a really hard worker. They're very good at whatever it is that they're doing. I also see this person, I don't know if this person is patient or not. I don't think this person might have been waiting on you at one point. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, this person is successful. I'm not saying they're rich or anything. I'm not saying that, but they're definitely successful in whatever pursuits they're doing currently, Gemini. I will say the Emperor compared with the Seven of Pentacles, they're not the most patient person. So they're not somebody who's willing to wait around. Because they're like, I'm the Emperor. I wait for no one. They might be a little egotistical, Gemini. I'm not going to lie to you. They might have a lot of self-confidence. They might have a lot of confidence in who they are. So they're like, I wait for nobody. So maybe you wanted them to wait around for you, and you were telling them something that in order to get them to wait around, or whenever they tried to tell you something, you would tell them a story, but not, you wouldn't tell them the whole truth exactly. And they're like, I wait for no one. So let's just go on here. Now here in the future outcome, I see you doing the same thing again. I see you coming back. This is the resurrection card. This is similar to this card. You want to start a new cycle with this person. I see you coming back in the future and trying to resurrect this relationship because you see them as your divine counterpart. You see them as your soulmate. This is the second time I see this. You see them as the Queen of Pentacles. You see them as nurturing. You see them as giving. You see them as a kind person. You see them as somebody who genuinely likes to help others. You see them as somebody who could be your perfect husband, your perfect wife. You see them as somebody who can bring peace into your life. That's why you feel destined to this person. And their energy, let's see what's going on here. Oop. 5 of Swords. And the High Priestess, more Pisces energy. If you were to come back around to them in the future, they are not going to let you forget about the past. They will hold you accountable. If you don't take your part in the accountability, I don't see that going out in your favor, because they're going to follow their intuition when it comes to this, Gemini. There's a lot of psychic cards in this reading. Just letting you know. I have the High Priestess, the Moon. I have the 2 divine interactions here. So this person probably has a very strong intuition, Gemini. Some kind of ability here. So if you want to, I'm just gonna be honest with you, Gemini. If you want to be with this person, it's not going to be, oh, let's forget about the past and start over again. They're not going to do that. This person needs to heal old wounds before they can start over again. I'm just letting you know that right now. So what's causing the blockage on your end? Again, Gemini, this is a tough love reading. This is not like my other readings where I talk about the other person. This is where I talk specifically about you. What you're doing to cause the blockage, Gemini, you're not being completely honest. You're just not. You're withholding some type of truth here. This person's like, don't BS me. I wait for no one. I know who I am. Here, they have that same energy, like, don't BS me. That's really the only thing I see here, Gemini, is that you're not being honest. You're not telling this person everything that they need to know. You're not giving this person the fair assessment of whether or not they should be with you or not. And there's a possibility that you're still with this other person who's making you unhappy, or maybe you're with somebody else, but this person waits for no one. All right. All right, we're moving on. Moving on to Cancer. In the meantime, my beautiful 44 people in the chat, if you lovely, wonderful people would not mind just hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate that. It helps me and my channel. It only takes but a moment. And if you find yourself gravitating towards my videos, I would also appreciate you subscribing. It will notify you whenever I do a video and I'll pop up on your screen. Thank you so much for the love. Love and light to all of you. Let's see here. Hello, Oran. Welcome. Hello, Casey or Kesey. I might have said that wrong. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for saying hi in the chat. It's always greatly appreciated. All right, Cancer. This is your accountability reading. This is where I give you, the viewer, tough love and let you know what you're doing to cause the blockage between you and another person. If you do not like tough love, if you don't want to know what you're doing to cause a blockage to help the connection, and you're easily offended, this might not be the reading for you. You can check out all my other readings where I talk about the person that you're dealing with, but this one specifically deals with you, the viewer. Cancer, you will be on this side. Your person will be on that side. You can reverse the roles, take whatever role resonates best for you. I was rolling my R's there. Here we go. Three of Swords. King of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Oh, two cards. Oh, well, nope, too many cards. I only take two or less. And for that, I'm just going to reshuffle really quick. Two of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles here. There's the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, one, two. Two cards. I take two cards. I will take that. So, Cancer. Definitely have some strong earth in your reading for sure. That's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I do see fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Those are the strongest zodiac signs I see. That can be their sun, moon, Venus, or rising. I do have a little bit of air. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini with Three of Swords, but not as strong as the other zodiac signs I mentioned. Heartbreak in the past. King of Pentacles in the past. Let's get some clarification here, Cancer. Seven of Swords to clarify the Three of Swords. I mean, sorry, not Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. I don't know why I said swords. Wands. Maybe because they're battling. I'm not quite sure. Two of Swords. So Pisces, in the past situation, you had a little bit of heartbreak from this person. This person had a lot of options and you felt like you were competing for their attention. And the reason I'm saying that is because to clarify their card, I have the Two of Swords, meaning they can't decide what they want. And they're still deciding. It's a difficult decision for them. They're weighing their options. They're kind of treating you like you were an option, and that just didn't sit well with you, and they just kind of broke your heart a little bit. I can see why people want this person, though. This is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles has a very good energy. They're very loyal. They're very good with their finances. They have a good position in life. They're level-headed. They're practical. They would make a good wife or husband, whatever energy the King of Pentacles is in. So it is why they don't like to rush in and just decide on a partner. They like to take their time, and they do like to weigh their options. And even though nobody likes to be felt like an option, they also don't want to be chosen just for wrong reasons either. So this person is level-headed. I will tell you that. And Cancer, sometimes, and Cancers, you know, I love you. My best friend is a Cancer. Sometimes when people do things, you kind of take it the wrong way. Sometimes it makes you kind of hide and retreat into your little shell, and it has you in your feelings. So I think this was happening with this person, because I don't see any maliciousness on their side. I really don't. I just think you're being, at least in the past, you took it a little bit too much to heart. I will say that. Because here, in the present situation, I still see this person weighing their options with the Two of Pentacles, and you just giving and giving with your generous heart, Cancer. I see you giving and giving. This kind of gives me a little bit of similar energy to the Pisces, except with Pisces person, theirs was selfish. Your person's not. You are giving to a person who deserves to be given to. Let's see what's going on here. Too many cards. Cancer, you're so friggin' cute. I can't get over how cute you are. I always tell Cancers they're adorable. They're cute. Even the men are adorable and cute. You're freaking cute. I'm gonna tell you why I think you're cute in a minute. You just give and give and give. And the thing is, you're not just giving to this person. You're giving to others. You're just a giving person by nature, you know? But it's like it overburdens you. It's like you're holding all this passion and this desire, and you're hoping that being giving and showing this person what a great person, how giving you are, that they'll see you, and it's just holding you up inside. And the truth of the matter is, they already know this, Cancer. You don't have to try that hard. They are still weighing their options, but guess what? They're looking at you. They are watching you from a distance. This is somebody who's ready to take action. I'm going to get one more card, okay, for your side. I haven't been too harsh on anybody today. I don't think I've been harsh on anybody today. My last few verses, I was harsh on pretty much all the zodiac signs. I think today I was only harsh on Taurus and Gemini. Which that makes me feel good, actually. I don't like being harsh on people. I like to be nice to people. Hangman in reverse. It's like you fear all this sacrifice will be for nothing. You feel like you're at a standstill with this person. It's not going anywhere. But what you don't see, Cancer, is that they're watching you. They're preparing to make a move. Here on the future, I see you working hard on something. What are we working hard on? What are we working hard on? Pisces energy with that Hangman, by the way. You're working hard on, I don't, and the thing is, I don't want to say this person anymore. I think in this present situation that you really feel like this person is not noticing you. So in your mind, in the future, I see you on the future working on yourself, improving yourself, being the best version of yourself. And it's going to bring you in this situation where you're going to draw in your soulmate. However, that's going to catch this person's attention. They're already watching you now. They're already preparing some way to come towards you now. Not as quick as you'd like, obviously, but they're preparing to do so. And when you're at that level to where you're at your best self, I do see them offering you a new beginning. This is a romantic gesture, an offer of romance. This is flirtation. This is showing interest. So Cancer, yours is not bad at all. What's causing your blockage and any progress in this is your own insecurity. You are not secure within yourself, so you feel like you constantly have to prove how good of a person you are. You're trying to prove how good a wife you would be, how good a husband you would be, what a good girlfriend you would be, what a good boyfriend you would be. You're trying so hard to show this person what kind of person you are that you're breaking your own heart, you're making yourself insecure, and you don't need to do all that. They already see that. They see the value in you. I see no maliciousness on this person. This person is not a player. This person is not somebody who messes around with people's feelings. Yes, they have options and they're aware that they have options, but unlike some people, they don't let it get to their ego. They look for quality over quantity. That's this type of person. And if they're taking their time on making a decision about you, it's because they focus on quality. That's all there is to it, Cancer. The only thing that's causing a blockage is your own insecurity. When you start working on yourself and you become more confident on yourself, this person will come towards you. The quicker you start working on yourself, Cancer, the quicker this will start. But the more you try to impress, the more it delays. It won't stop it, but it's going to cause more delays. Because this person is like, is this really Cancer or not? Is this really Cancer or not? Just work on being your best self for you, and this person will come towards you. Now, the zodiac signs that came out with the clarifiers, again, I said Pisces, more fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries with these wands here. I do see more water with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the Two of Cups cards because I have these two here. But lots of fire, lots of earth, a little bit of water, a little bit of air. All right, Cancer, moving on. In the meantime, my beautiful 34 people in the chat, my lovelies, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Much love and light to you. If you find yourself gravitating towards my videos, please consider subscribing. That way you're notified every time I post a video. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. In the meantime, I'm going to say hi to my people in the chat. Hello, my people. Hello, Nicole. I'm a Gemini. That's my zodiac sign, Wakas. I'm a Gemini and a Leo rising. Hello, Kitty from the city. Oh, I like that name. That is so freaking cute. Kitty from the city. All right, you guys, moving on to Leo. Speaking of kitties, moving on to my Leo gang. I think somebody said Gemini gang gang. Every time I see her gang gang, now I think of that song Gnarly. Gang gang. All right, let me quit being silly here. All right, Leos, this is a you versus them reading. This is where I hold you, the viewer, accountable. I give you tough love. I will tell you what you're doing to cause a blockage between you and a connection. If you do not like tough love, if you don't like to take accountability and learn what you can do to improve this connection, then I suggest you not watch this reading if you are easily triggered. However, if you are eager to see how you can fix a blockage, then stay tuned. All right, Leo, here we go. All right, Leo, you will be on this side. They will be on this side. The roles can be reversed. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Nope. Sagittarius energy with that Temperance. Ooh, too many cards. No, no, no. I'm gonna reshuffle. When it's too many cards, I reshuffle. Eight of Pentacles, Earth energy. Pentacles. I like that. Three of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Yep. One more, please. Just one more. Just one more, I said. My angels are being funny today. I'm going to shuffle again, guys. 1 second. Me talking to my angels and spirit guides after this. Been playing a lot lately. All right. Knight of Wands. Perfect. Got lots of pentacles here, so I have lots of earth energy here. I got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I have some fire with the Knight of Wands. That's Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. A little bit of water with this Cups card. That is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Not as strong as the other zodiac signs. I also have strong Sagittarius with the Temperance card here. So in the past situation here, I see you pouring into this person's cup, patiently waiting on them. And it looks like at the time, Leo, they were working on themselves. So it's like they were trying to build a future for themselves, like maybe get their finances in order, get some education. But this is someone who's working on themselves and being the best version of themselves. And I see you pouring into their cup with the Temperance card. I see you patiently waiting upon this person in the past, Leo. So far, that's a good start to the reading. I do like that. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, you love this person, Leo. You are in love with this person. Got the King of Cups here. That's Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy. And if you're not in love, you definitely have some deep affection, deep emotion for this person. That is for sure. This person could be in a position or preparing to be in a position of public recognition. This person is very confident in themselves. They're confident in their skills and their work ethic. They're somebody that people respect. That is for sure. And that's one of the things that you like about them too, Leo. Because here in the present situation, I see that you're ready to offer them a solid foundation, like a solid union, something. You're ready to offer them commitment, to be honest with you. Because now that we're in the present situation, remember, this is in the past. I see this person celebrating the fruits of their labor. I see this person wanting to have fun now. Because they've already done all the work. They've already did all the disciplinary stuff. They already did all the stuff that cost them their fun. And now I see them wanting to have fun now, enjoying the fruits of their labor, and you wanting to offer them something solid. I do see that. So far I see conflicting energies in the present moment. Yeah, you want to offer them commitment. Like if you could, you'd probably take them to the altar. Or at least move in together. What's going on their end? They have some people around them. And I'm saying people instead of, because this is the card of conflict and battle and competition and winning at all costs. But when it's followed by the Three of Wands, they are listening to other people who don't have their best interest at heart. Okay, I'm actually going to hold this person accountable too. Just like with Aries reading, because I usually hold the viewer more accountable on the you versus them reading, but on this end, it's definitely equal 50-50 for sure, because they're listening to other people. Like, you don't want to be tied down to Leo. You just got that promotion. You just started getting paid. It's time for you to live your best life. Date around, have fun, go on trips. You don't want to be in a commitment right now. And they are listening to them. They're listening to these people. And I see you, like you were before, waiting on them to be ready. In the outcome, I still see you ready to go towards them. And although they're facing you, because you see how you guys are facing each other here, the energies are different. The Knight of Pentacles wants to offer something solid and genuine. The Knight of Wands likes to play around. Death card, Scorpio energy. Oh boy. Aquarius energy with the star. I see you, Leo. Your patience in the future will wear thin, and you're going to end the connection with this person. I do see that. And I think when you do that, when you do end things with this person, they're going to realize that you were everything they could ever want. They're going to have some regret. So right now, Leo, I'm holding both of you equally accountable here. Because what's going on, Leo, is that you're allowing this person to string you along. You're allowing this person to take advantage of your love for them or your deep affection for them, to be patient. Because Leo, you have a lot of good qualities. A lot of people like to say that you're full of yourself and that you're conceited and you're an attention person. They don't know that you are ruled by the heart. The organ that you rule is the heart. You are the sun. You are the biggest light. And sometimes people get jealous of the light, even though they're attracted to it. You, Leo, when you love very hard because of the organ that you rule, and it's the heart. This person is taking advantage of your heart. And they're too busy listening to these people who don't have their interest at heart. These people are using your person, Leo. I'm telling you right now, this person is probably very successful, has money, and they figure if they spend all their money and their refrigerator on you, they won't spend it on them. Because to me, this person also gives me the vibes that, hey, shots on me type of vibe. And then when you finally get tired of waiting, because I see that in the outcome in the future, when you finally end it, this person's going to realize what you are worth. My question to you, Leo, is are you going to remember what you're worth when this person decides they want to come back around? Yes, you will. When they come back around, you're going to be like, nope, now I have options. Now somebody wants to offer me a solid foundation. I don't want you no more. I see that. I see that for you, Leo. So right now, that's the future. The problem on your end is you're giving too much to a person who doesn't deserve it. That's all there is to it. All right, Leo, I hope that clarified some stuff for you. If it did, please hit that like button. In the meantime, hello, my beautiful 46 people in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. If you don't mind hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Show me some love. Much love and light to you all. If you find yourself gravitating towards my videos, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. In the meantime, I say hi to my people in the chat. Hello, Nicole. Hello, Otto Ray. I hope I said that right. Hello, Dot Virgo. Hello, Dot Virgo. Hello, Christina. I hope I said hi to everybody. Oh, you're very, very welcome. You're very, very welcome. All right. Just finished Leo. Let's go ahead and move on to my Virgo gang. All right, Virgos. This is your you versus them reading. This is an accountability reading. This is where I hold you, the viewer, accountable for your reasoning and for your accountability for the blockage between you and the other person. If you do not like tough love, this is probably not the message for you. If you don't want to know what you're doing to be responsible for the blockage in the connection, then this is not your reading. If you're easily triggered and offended, this is probably not your reading. I'm always respectful. I never talk disrespectfully, but I will tell you what you came here for. Virgo, you will be on this side. They will be on this side. However, the roles can be reversed. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Queen of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. Too many cards. That card just attacked me. Y'all saw that, right? Knight of Cups. Nine of Cups. And the King of Wands. Zodiac signs I see. I see Libra, Aquarius, Gemini with the Queen of Swords. I see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the Knight of Cups, Ten of Cups, and Knight of Cups. I see Leo, Sagittarius, Aries with the King of Wands. And of course, a little bit of Earth with that Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That could be in their Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising, or yours. Virgo, in the past, were you a little bit honest with somebody? Virgo, my Mercury sibling. The Queen of Swords thinks with head over heart. Honest to a fault, sometimes a little too honest, never in a mean way, but sometimes people just can't handle the truth. She'll still give it anyway. I'm not calling you a she. Remember, there's no gender in tarot. I'm just reading it because it's the Queen on the card. On their side, though, I see somebody who wanted to offer something solid, want to have a good foundation, maybe some stability with you. Let's see what happened here, Virgo. Page of Swords. Ten of Pentacles. Virgo. You were doing a little investigation on this person, weren't you? You were trying to get the dirt on this person. You were trying to see if this person was a stand-up person. You might have saw something on their social media that you just quite weren't vibing with. Because, you know, this to me is somebody who's watching the other person, observing, trying to get some information, get some knowledge. In other words, being nosy. I'm sorry, but if you have Mercury in your chart, I don't care if you're a Virgo or a Gemini, especially if it's in your big six, you're just a nosy, naturally nosy person, okay? And that's putting myself out there because I'm a Gemini, Sun, Venus, and a Virgo moon, so I'm not biased. I will tell it how it is. You are getting some dirt on this person, or at least you were trying to. However, Virgo, you did happen to see that this person is pretty solid. You found out that this person was a stand-up person for the most part. But Virgo, let's just be honest here. If you find one little thing wrong, even if it's little slight, you'll point it out. And I think that's what you did with this person. You pointed it out to this person. I don't know what you pointed out, but let's find out what you did. You said something to this person. So I got the Chariot in reverse. That's Cancer energy. So that when the Chariot is an action-oriented card, but however, depending on the other cards that surround it, it could also mean lack of self-discipline or backwards movement. So maybe this person caught you spying on them or something. Maybe this person didn't appreciate that. That's what happened. I think that's what happened, Virgo. Because, and I'm telling you why I think that. Because remember, I told you, Queen of Swords is honest to a fault. She doesn't mean to come off brash, but sometimes the truth hurts sometimes. Or maybe she's not, she's being logical when she's speaking. So when it's followed by the spy card, especially when it's a social media spy card or investigation card, and then it's followed by the Chariot in reverse, it just means that there's a lack of self-discipline there, or it means that maybe this person caught you doing that. So when the person confronted you, you're like, well, I'm not just going to be with you because you look good. I'm not going to be with you because you're successful. I need to know who I'm dealing with. And this person probably didn't appreciate that. Because this person is a practical person. This person is very practical. And they're a solid stand-up person for the most part. That's the past energy, though. That's the past energy. So in the present situation, Virgo, I do see you. I see you you want to be an end game with this person. I see you envisioning yourself, having a happy ending with them. Not everybody wants to be married. Not everybody wants to have kids. I'm just saying this is the happy ending card. I do see you having a happy ending with them. Because this is the 10 of Cups, right? And I do see this person ready to be in a romantic relationship. Does that mean with you? I'm not quite sure. Queen of Pentacles to clarify the 10 of Cups. I like that, actually. Oh, the double to clarify them. So, I've said this before. A lot of people will just look at the elements. Like, they'll say this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But in all actuality, the queens are the mutable energy. The kings are the fixed energy. The knights are the cardinal energy. So in all actuality, this is the card of Virgo. But I will say Taurus and Capricorn because I know a lot of tarot readers like to coordinate that. But the reason I wanted to emphasize that is this is your card. You're in your energy. You're at your best self. This is where you most belong, Virgo. You belong more here than here. This is your element. When you're at your best, Virgo, you are very giving. You are a nurturer. You're somebody, you show love through acts of self-service. You're the type of person who will pack your partner's lunch, make sure there's air in their tire, make sure that their office is organized. You are the person that takes care of other people. You're just a nurturing person. So you're here in your power and you're ready to be endgame. However, this person is still holding on to the fact that they don't like that little thing they caught you do. They think that, maybe they think that you're a little too nosy. Maybe they don't like the fact that you have to spy on somebody to get to know them. They're still having that idea of you in the back of their head, Virgo, that they just can't quite get out of. Could be done with the Capricorn. Let's get one more card here. Get one more card here. Yeah, they're not feeling it. They can't quite let go of that. And every time you try to approach or show them, hey, I'm not about that anymore, they still want to talk about what you did or what you said. They can't seem to let go of that. This is somebody who's compulsive, like they can't let go of his toxic thoughts or this toxic trait. Even though they themselves are ready for a romantic union, when it comes to you, they still can't quite let that go, Virgo. Now here, the Knight of Cups. This concerns me because this can mean deep love. This can also mean overindulgence. This can also mean sometimes not feeling complete emotionally. So let's see what's going on here. Oh. Okay, I like that. Okay. I see that you made the decision in the future to celebrate yourself, to work on yourself. This kind of, who else had this? I want to say Cancer had that too in the outcome. Like, I think you said, like, I'm not going to try to convince you who I am. Yes, I made a mistake. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have spied on you. Maybe I should have reacted better when you caught me doing this. Maybe I should have apologized instead of trying to be logical. I get that. But if you can't let that go and that's all you can see, then I'm just going to choose me. I'm going to choose happiness. I'm going to celebrate myself. Because this card can also mean celebration too. It can also mean partying, going to gatherings. This card here means public recognition. So maybe more people are noticing you now. When you decided to focus on yourself, this is the future. People are recognizing who you are. And you're celebrating. You're being happy. And guess who's looking at you now? Guess who's looking at you now? This king is facing you now. Like, oh, Virgo's looking pretty good now. What's Virgo got going on? Maybe Virgo wasn't the person I thought they were. Oh, yeah. See? This upright means they were holding everything in. They were not giving to you. They were not sharing with you. They were like, they were being hesitant with you. Now it's in the upside down position. And now they're like, okay, they want to possess you now. Because when it's in reverse, it means possessiveness. They want to possess you now. Like, okay, no, Virgo wanted me. Now, Virgo's mine. Now that Virgo's in this energy, I want Virgo. Because the thing about the King of Wands, somebody who's in a good leadership position, somebody who's attractive, charming, fiery, spirited, very alluring. However, this guy has an ego, a big ego, big pride, especially when he's in reverse. But since I don't do reverse in these particular cards, I'm going to say all the energies this card has. So when you decide to work on yourself and other people were noticing you and celebrating you and giving you public recognition, this person's like, ego got hurt. Like, nobody else can have Virgo. Virgo's mine. Yep, and they're going to open up the lines of communication. It's up to you what you just want to do with that information, though, Virgo. In the past, again, they caught you spying on them. And instead of apologizing, you decided to use your sharp wit and logic, and they didn't like that very much. Again, I don't really see any maliciousness really on their side. I do see the misunderstanding, like, how dare you question my character? I'm a stand-up person. And when you show the present energy that you're not really like that, they still couldn't quite let it go. But in the future, when they see you successful, love, and thriving, they start, something in their head snaps. And they want to possess you now. And they'll open up the line of communication. This is a new opening line of communication, Virgo. So, again, Virgo, like I said, what messed you up, Virgo, is this mistake here and not owning up to it. Or not owning up to it in the proper way. Not being, not responding in the most heartfelt way. You were trying to justify your actions instead of just saying, you know what, that was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. That's what caused the blockage initially. And I'm going to tell you right now, stop trying to convince this person that you're not who they think you are. Because when you stop doing that and start working on yourself, that's when they're going to start to notice. All right, Virgo, I hope that gave you some clarification. In the meantime, my beautiful 39 people in the chat, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by to look at the video. If you don't mind giving me a little love and light by just liking that button, hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. If you find yourself gravitating towards my videos, please hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified whenever I pop a video up. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. In the meantime, let me say hi to my people in the chat because I know I haven't said hi to everybody yet. Hello, Catwoman. Let's see. Everybody else is still the same. I see that, which I don't mind. Oh, I was and I got caught. Oh, that's so funny. That's literally what I had said in my reading. You're welcome. Yeah, you guys, I don't, if you say something to me during the read, I'm not looking at the screens. I'm just focusing on the actual reading of the card. That way people can hear the message, but I always make sure to say hi in between my shuffles. So I just want to let you guys know. All right, moving on to Libra. Libra, this is your you versus them reading. This is your accountability reading. This is where I hold you, the viewer, accountable and show you what you're doing to bring a blockage between you and another person and the connection. If you do not like tough love, this is not your reading. If you're easily offended, this is probably not your reading. I'm never disrespectful. I'm never rude. But this message is to give you clarity on what you can do to improve your part in the connection. Libra, you will be on this side. Your person will be on this side. Remember, the roles can be reversed. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Oh, Justice, that's your card. Six of Cups. They're doing yard work outside, guys. I apologize for the noise. Tower. King of Cups. Six of Swords. Zodiac signs I see strong water with these two cards. That is Cancer, Pisces, but I see very strong Scorpio with the Tower card. I see Libra here. Minor air, minor earth. Strong Libra because of the Justice card, but I also have Aquarius and Gemini possibly. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That could be in their Sun, Moon, Venus, or Rising. Sometimes I take the Justice card as if you're already in a relationship, but looking at the surrounding cards, I don't think so. Gemini also had this card in this placement too, just in case you're dealing with a Gemini. But unlike you, Geminis had theirs with the Two of Cups. So I don't think you're in a relationship. I just think this is your energy because the Justice is ruled by Libra. On their side, I see the Six of Cups, meaning that this person's very sweet on you. You guys are very close. You guys are very familiar with each other. You guys know each other so well. You guys might even be friends or start off as friendship. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get some clarification on the Justice and the Six of Cups. Ten of Cups. You might be, or you might have been in a relationship at the time. Let's see. Ten of Yeah. You might be dealing with a Gemini. I'm only saying that because I'm getting the similar Gemini vibes from the Gemini reading, but you might not be, okay? You might not be. But I will say this. The reason I'm saying that is because I see two cards to me that indicate commitment. All right, you see how there's both these cards have a married couple, kids. This one has a priest, this one has a house and a yard, coins, which means financial stability, cups, which means emotional stability. Both of these are 10 cards, which means they're completion cards. So Libra, in the past, when you guys met, like I said, I told you I had a feeling like you guys are friends, started office friends. And maybe you guys met each other through your significant others and they were friends. And then you were kind of like, hey, this is my husband. Hey, this is my wife. And you met them. You had that physical attraction to them. You had that familiarity when you first met them. So really in the past, there's really nothing you could do. However, what I do see in the present situation, I see a tower moment, meaning something coming to an end on your side. So maybe you ended the relationship. Maybe in the present situation, you have come out of a tough, difficult relationship and it probably didn't end the best. Yeah, you ended a union because this is the divine feminine, the divine masculine. It did take a lot of courage for you to do so. I don't think this is something that you made. This was a decision that you made lightly. It did take a lot of, like I said, a lot of courage to end this relationship. You might have been married to a Leo, maybe in a relationship with a Leo. It wasn't the most pleasant of endings, but this person took the opportunity once this ended to let you know, hey, Libra, by the way, I think I'm in love with you. Or I have really strong feelings for you. I also see this in the past position because I forgot to mention that this is probably a situation where you guys were also friends, but it never quite got off the ground. It's like you guys kept missing your opportunities and it never quite happened. Either you were in a relationship or they were. And whenever one was single, the other person was not. Is this person single now? Is this person single now? King of Wands. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy. No, they are not. They are not single. They are in love with you. If not in love, they definitely have strong feelings for you that run very deeply. However, they have another person that they're giving the situation to. See how they're giving to one person and another person here? I also consider this a Libra card because of the scales. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. In this situation, I'm going to say yes, they're giving to you, and they're also giving to this King of Wands. Libra, how are you feeling? How are you feeling with this confession, Libra? How are you feeling with this confession? You don't know what to do. You're confused. You're looking at the new potentials with this person. It's like now it's like you're looking at them. You're looking at them differently. You do have an attraction to them. I see that here. If you didn't, then you wouldn't be here. I do not judge, guys. I read the cards. I don't judge anybody. I'm going to read the cards exactly how they come out. I will tell you this. I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. There's a difference. I believe that every connection we make in this life is a karmic contract. I will say that. You can agree or disagree, but if you watch tarot, you must agree on that in some shape or form. But this person, you do care about this person. And when this person made this confession to you after you ended your relationship, it puts you at a standstill. You're like, what? What did you just say to me? And you're really in deep, you're not making any action though. You're not making any action towards this person, but you are thinking about it. You're the hangman. You're like, I don't know what to do. What am I supposed to do with this information? In the future, I do see you working hard on yourself. I do see that. I see you finding happiness in the future, Libra. Again, I have a Leo card, so there's a lot of Leo in this reading with the kings and these two cards here. Why is my Libra happy? Not that I want to question your happiness. I'm just kind of curious. 2 cards. Five of Swords and the 5 of Cups. You're happy because you're done. I guess you're done being sad. You're done being suppressed. Libra, your reading is very unique. There's only one thing I can hold you accountable for, and that's just you letting this person know that you have feelings for them. Because in the future, I see you happy because you're no longer entertaining conflict. You're no longer going to entertain things that make you sad or depressed. I see you working on yourself, and that's what makes you happy. Libra, yours is very different. I don't know why, but today I've been very, very fortunate to have you versus them readings that are not too harsh on my viewers. Usually my readings are very like straight to the point and very blunt. I was trying to get some more clarification here. So again, Libra, with you, the reason that you and this person cannot be together on your side, on this connection, Libra, I think you're watching this reading to make sure you made the right decision. This is what you're here for. You're here to confirm whether or not you made the right decision because you're in the hangman energy. You don't know what to do. I think you chose to keep the secret to yourself. Because here in the past, there is definitely a strong connection that you two shared. And you guys were always in relationships. This person's still in their relationship. You kept that to yourself. Like, yeah, I still have feelings for you. Yes, I still want you, but I just came out of a rough relationship. I'm not going to get involved with somebody who's in a relationship. Like, you don't want to do that to yourself. You don't want to put yourself through that because you already know what it's like to be through that. So the blockage in the connection is not really a blockage. It's just you choosing yourself, you choosing not to entertain this connection. And you're trying to see if this is a missed opportunity and if it's going to be a mistake. It's not a mistake. It's not a mistake, Libra. I'm very happy to give you this clarification. You made the right decision. You decided not to confess your feelings in the present. Work on yourself. Let go of the conflict. Let go of the drama. Let go of the sadness and the depression, and you end up being in the sun energy and the happiness energy. And on their side, they're not going to ruin your happiness and they're just going to go away. They're going to leave. They're going to leave. They're not going to risk your peace. And I don't see that they're leaving you as a punishment. I see them leaving you as a way to show love for you. They don't want to disturb the happiness that you have going on in the future. So the reason you're not connecting is because you chose yourself. That's all there is to it, Libra. You chose yourself, and I know you're here because you want to know if you made the right decision, and you did. You made the right decision. You will see happiness. I was very pleasantly surprised by that you versus them reading. I'm so used to giving you guys some brashness, and I've been very gentle today. Well, I haven't been gentle today. My spirit guides and my cards have been gentle today. I just read the cards. Remember that. All right. Hello to my 48 people in the chat. If you beautiful people would not mind just hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. It helps support the channel. If you find yourself gravitating towards my videos, please consider subscribing. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much. In the meantime, let's say hi to my people in the chat. Let's see here. Hello, is it Priyank? Priyank? Hi, Priyank. All right. So, no, doesn't look like any more new people came in through, which is fine. No worries. Hello, Zaina. Hello, hello. Hello, Bless. All right. I said my hellos. So now we are moving on to my Scorpios. My Scorpions. It's like saying Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. This is your you versus them reading. This is where I hold you, the viewer, accountable for your causing the blockage in your connection. If you do not like tough love, this is not your reading. If you are easily offended, this is not your reading. If you don't like to be told exactly what you're doing to cause the blockage in a connection, this is not your reading. Please check out my other readings where I focus more on the other person. I'm never rude, I'm never disrespectful, but I know not everybody likes to hear about themselves. Now that I said that, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Scorpio, you'll be on this side. Your person will be on this side. The roles can be reversed, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Go ahead and get started here. Ooh, cards want to fly. Ace of Cups. Queen of Wands. King of Cups. The Empress. Seven of Coins. Seven of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Scorpio, there are multiple people involved in this dynamic. I'm just going to let you know that right now. Zodiac signs I see. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, strong Scorpio with the King of Cups. I have Taurus and Virgo and the Empress. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in both of these cards here. Stronger Virgo more than anything. In the past, Scorpio, I see that you offered this person a romantic interest. I don't know if you offered them a relationship. I don't know if you offered them a date. But I definitely see that you're strongly attracted to this person. This person does have a fiery energy to them. I dare say a little sassy, has a little attitude to them. Something that you like. They're very charismatic. They probably dress very well. You're probably a cat person. The reason I'm saying a cat person because I see a cat here. They don't have to own a cat, just saying. Or maybe they have feline qualities. Like they're very playful. Maybe they have cat-shaped eyes. Maybe they're lurk. They're a little mysterious. There's something about them that really attracts you. Let's go ahead and get this. Oh, sorry guys. A couple cards fell out. Okay. There's 2 cards, so I'm gonna take them. More fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Oh, Scorpio. Remember, Scorpio, this is an accountability reading. It's accountability reading. I'm going to tell you stuff that might hurt your feelings, might offend you. If this doesn't involve you, then just exit the reading. But I'm going to tell you right now, you offered this person a romantic, physical beginning while you were in a relationship. Or maybe they were in a relationship. Either way. And it was because the situation that you were in at the time was not making you happy. It didn't bring you much joy. So this person, like I said, when I listed all their positive, attractive qualities, you're like, I want to offer it to this person. What did this person do? What did this person do? Before I flip that card, I also want to say, because remember, I'm reading for a lot of Scorpios. Even if you are not in a relationship, you probably just got out of a relationship too. This can also mean you just got out of a bad relationship when you met this person. I also want to say that too, because again, I'm not reading for just one type of Scorpio. I'm reading for many of you guys. She came at you with the Queen of Swords energy. Or he. Again, there's no gender in tarot, but these are queens, so I'm going to read it as if they're queens. All right? It came at you. Not cruel, not mean, but set a clear boundary with you, Scorpio. Say, look, I'm sorry, I can't get involved with you if you just got out of a relationship. Your heart is still healing, and I'm not a rebound for nobody. They either said that or said, I am not the kind of person that gets involved with somebody who's still in a relationship. So whichever one of those roles apply to you, that's what they did. They told you what they will and will not do. So they set up a boundary with you in the past. Here, I see in the present situation, you are in your energy. You are in your energy. The King of Cups. A lot of tarot readers will say they'll say Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But really the King of Cups is Scorpio, because the kings are the fixed energy of the tarot cards. So you're in your energy. You're in your best self here in the present situation. And you are looking at them. You are facing them in the reading here. You are seeing them in Empress energy. You are looking at them like a snack, Scorpio. And I'm not trying to be funny. Okay, I'm trying to be a little bit funny. I'm a Gemini. I can't help it. But I'm being serious too. Scorpio, I've always said this in my past astrology videos of Scorpios. When a Scorpio looks into your eyes, and I can't be graphic because it's YouTube, but when a Scorpio is looking into your eyes, whether it's a Scorpio sun, but especially a Scorpio moon and a Scorpio Mars, when they're looking into your eyes, it's like you can tell they're, being physically intimate with you with their eyes. Okay? And that's a clean version, but you know what I want to say. Scorpio, you're looking at this person just like that. That's how you're seeing this person. All right? But you are Kings of Cups energy. So you probably have deep emotion and deep feelings for this person. But you can't help but imagine certain things. Again, sorry if you guys are hearing the lawnmowers. It is yard work day. And people are doing the yards. You ain't giving up. You are not giving up on this person. You're preparing something. You're strategizing something. Oh. Okay. Before I tell you what that is, let me see if you're out of a relationship first. Let me see if you're actually out of that situation first. Hold on, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I do not want to say the wrong thing. All right, angels, give me a better card, please. Give me a better card that is not giving me clarity. Give me another card, please. Give me another card, please. Give me another card, please. Card that gives me clarity. All right, Scorpio. Some people like to joke, and some people like to stereotype you and call you guys stalkers. I just like to say that you're investigators, you're detectives. Like, you don't want to deal with any BS. You like to have all your ducks in a row. And you only do that for people you're taking seriously. If you don't take them seriously, you could care less what they're doing. All right. The reason I'm saying that is because I do have the card that some people say is stalkerish, but it's not in reverse, luckily. You know, I haven't had any reversals really, except that one over here. But you are still eyeing this person. They are still somebody that is enticing to you, and you are making a move to go towards them. You are watching them. You are spying on them in whatever way, shape, or form you can. You might be asking around about them. You might be looking at their social media for any signs of them maybe being open to you. However, I don't think you're single. I still think either if you're still involved with this person over here, or if you're still healing, because you still could be, this card, this just means you're not healing. You still have some inner conflict you got to work with. You still haven't dealt with the past relationship. Like I said, you could be out of a damaged relationship that you're still healing from, and this might be a rebound thing for you. But you're not, if you're not healed, you probably think it's the real deal. All right. However, if you're still in that relationship, it's going to cause some conflict, just letting you know. However, this person, when you are looking at their social media or checking up on them, they're looking more and more enticing to you. They even come off as very, very flirtatious. All right, they might come off as a flirt, which might confuse you. Like, are they interested in me? Are they not? I think you like this person, Scorpio, because this person is not easy to read. You try to read them, and it makes you even more interested. I will say this, because remember I told you, Queen of Swords energy, they exuberate the Queen of Wands, they exuberate the Empress, but when you approach them, they let you know, like, hey, I have a boundary. I don't get involved with relationships, or I'm not going to get involved with you when you just got a relationship. They're going to come back at you with the same Swords energy. So if you open up the line of communication with them, they're going to tell you the truth and set that boundary again. They're going to cut it again. And here I see you in the future, still waiting for an opportunity. I see you not giving up. That's one thing I'll tell you about Scorpios, man. I don't care, especially if they're a Scorpio moon. Scorpio suns, of course, don't get me wrong, because you guys are the generalization of Scorpio, but especially if you're Scorpio moon or Scorpio Mars, you have no shame in coming back and trying again and again and again, especially if you feel like you have a deep connection with somebody, especially if you feel like intensely drawn to somebody, if you feel like that person belongs in your life, you have no shame on trying again, especially if you feel like that person's meant to be in your life. Some people would call that weird or stalkerish or thirsty. First of all, you're not a Scorpio. You don't know how Scorpios work. Do not judge them. If they feel a divine connection with somebody and that person is worthwhile, a Scorpio is going to keep coming back because they find that person worth keeping in their life. So take that, you judgmental people. All right. So I do see you going back and trying again with this person because you don't want to wait around. However, I will say this, Scorpio, this person is practical. This person has all the elements of a good level-headed person. They have the intelligence of the Queen of Wands. They have the passion, charm, and charisma of the Queen of Wands. They have the sensuality of the Empress and the desirability of the Empress, but they also have the practical nature of the Queen of Wands. The giving nature, the loyal nature, the person who cares about other people. This person has it all, Scorpio. I can see why you would want them. I really do. I don't blame you, honestly. King of Pentacles. However, I will say this. It is very possible because this is a divine union here. This is a divine connection. This is a good pair. I will say this. I'm going to read all the downloads that I get for this. First download, and this is the most probable one. By the time you come back to them, they are going to already find their divine counterpart. That's for the majority. I really feel like that's for the majority of them. The other download I have is that in order for you to have a chance at this person, if they are not with this person, you have to become this energy. The King of Pentacles is loyal, committed to only one person, and is healed. So if you want an opportunity with this person has to stay in the past. You have to be officially over with this person. If you're not involved, then you have to be healed from that person. And if you can demonstrate that to this person and become this person, you might have a chance. I'm only going to say that's for a small percentage. I'm going to say the majority of it, though, is they're going to probably have somebody else at that end. So, Scorpio, what's causing the blockage from your side? Because this person has been level-headed the whole entire way, showing the best possible traits. Your side, if you are still involved, this person doesn't play that. Or if this person still feels like you're healing from a past relationship and you're only using them as a rebound, because they also suspect that as well, they're not going to entertain you. So until you can display that you're not in a relationship or you're fully healed from a relationship, they're not going to even entertain you. There is that small possibility that when you are healed and fully free from the situation, you can be with them if you become the King of Pentacles energy. That's a small percentage, though. Like I said, by the time you come back and are ready, they might already be in a divine union. All right, Scorpio. By the way, there's Cancer energy in that Chariot card. I forgot to mention that. All right, moving on. In the meantime, hello to my lovely people, my lovely 50 people in the chat. Thank you so much for stopping by and looking at the video. If you would be kind, please hit that like button. Much love and light to you. Much love and light to you. If you find yourself drawn to my videos, please consider subscribing. I would greatly appreciate it. All right. In the meantime, I'm going to say hi to my people in the chat. Hello, Courtney. Thank you for loving my reading, Zaina. I appreciate that. It's okay, Zia. Thank you so much for moderating. I only have 2 more zodiac signs to go. Thank you so much, sweetheart. You have a good rest of your day, okay? And don't worry about the timestamps. I'll do the timestamps, okay? You'll do your thing. All right. 2 more signs to go. Sagittarius. This is your you versus them reading. This is a reading where I hold you, the viewer, accountable for your actions when it comes to blocking the connection. If you do not like tough love, this is not your reading. If you don't want to hear how to help clear your blockage on your side with a connection, this is not your reading. I'm never rude. I always talk respectfully. However, I understand some people do not like to hear about themselves sometimes, and that's okay. Just click off the reading. Sagittarius, you will be on this side. Your person will be on that side. The roles can be reversed, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Now we're going to get started. The Emperor. The Star. Two of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. I don't know why today of all days during my live they decided to do yard work and play loud music in the back. I apologize. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys on your end. King of Cups. Although they are playing Post Malone, I kind of like that. I like me some Posty. Knight of Swords and Four of Wands. All right. So zodiac signs I see Aries. I see Aquarius. I see water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, strong Scorpio. I see Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, strong Libra. Possible fire sign, but not as strong as the other placements. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So in the past, I believe you found your dream person. Somebody came into your life and you're like, who's that? What did I just witness? Was that an angel? Was that a Greek god? Something like that. I think you were starstruck by this person when you saw this person, because it puts you in this Emperor energy like, yeah, I gotta go get that. The Emperor can be a little arrogant too, just so you know. Just a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, this was a love at first sight thing for you, Sagittarius. More water energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. What's going on their end? Dang it. Of course. Of course. Okay, Sagittarius, you know, you're like in my top when it comes to favorite zodiac signs. You guys, when you guys fall in love, it's like you fall in love with people you can't have. I understand that you're the archer, you're the hunter. You like the challenge. You don't want somebody that you can easily get. I get it. I understand. You like the chase. But dang it, Sagittarius, you cannot go after people who are in a relationship. I understand it's challenging, but come on. Ay, 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 ay. Dios mío, por favor, ayúdame. Okay, so you had love at first sight with a person who's in a relationship. That's what's going on in the past position. And presently, you still see this person as a soulmate. It's only you, Sagittarius. When I do your reading, I feel like you're sitting here in front of me and we're having a conversation. I always get that energy when I do your reading, Sagittarius. I'm like, Sagittarius, come on now. Wheel of Fortune. All right, so Sagittarius, you do see this person as a soulmate, okay? Zodiac signs in this card: Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Taurus. This is Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. So you did start something with this person. I don't think you started a relationship or anything romantic. However, I do think you approached them under the guise of friendship. And I'm saying that because I see the Knight of Pentacles on their end. But your intention was not that. Your intention is to make this romantic for some reason. They're not innocent. They are not innocent, though, because I do see a little flirtation on their side. Flirtation, though. I don't see full on, you know, let's get this party started kind of stuff. But it's to boost their own ego. It's not that they genuinely want it. This is the type of person that likes the attention that you give them, Sagittarius. They like the fact that you make them feel like they're a dream, that they're everything. They like the fact that you make them feel like they're perfection. So if they flirt, it's because they like the ego boost that you give them. Because see here, the Two of Wands, they are looking at you while still standing on their porch. They're looking at you while still standing on their porch. So like, yeah, I like where I'm at. I'm comfy in my beginnings, but you know, playing with Sagittarius is nice too. They might step off that porch a little bit to have a little bit of fun with you. So this is another reading where I'm going to hold both of you guys accountable, because you know that if somebody's not available, you run that risk of them not fully connecting with you, right? But they're also messing around too. They're also messing around too. So it's not all on you, Sagittarius, because here in the outcome, I see you falling even more and more in emotion with this person. And I see this person facing you in the reading. This person is facing you. However, they're not going to leave their situation. They don't mind running over here a little bit and then coming back here. Run over here, coming back here. You see what I'm saying? So even if it's not leading to anything presently, I do see it leading to something in the future. But it won't be to be fully with you. I said this in another person's reading. Half of my heart. That song by John Mayer, Half of My Heart. I think I said that with Pisces too, I think. I forgot what reading I said that on. That's a song worth listening to. It will only be temporary. Whatever you have with this person, it won't be long lasting. This is a card of disappointment, abandonment, walking away, leaving things behind. So again, this is on both of you. I've been having a lot of 50-50 accountabilities, which I usually don't get that on my you versus them reading. So on your side, the only thing that's causing the blockage, Sagittarius, is that you know this person can't fully commit to you. You know that when you fall in love with someone or you give yourself someone who's already involved, that you run that risk. So the blockage on your end is that you're willing to accept a little bit, even though you can't have it all. And this person, for the time being, is okay flirting and getting the attention to you. But then something else tells me in the future, it's going to cross that line, but it's not going to end in anything substantial. Again, this is an accountability reading. I tell you stuff that you might not want to hear. So keep that in mind. Hopefully that helped and that gave you some clarification, Sagittarius. I really hope that helped a lot. All right, we're moving on to the last, but definitely not least sign, Capricorn. In the meantime, hello to my 52 people in the chat. If you beautiful people would not mind hitting that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for stopping by the video. It's greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. I would also appreciate that if you find yourself gravitating towards my videos quite more often than not, then please consider subscribing. Thank you so much. In the meantime, let's see my people in the chat. The heart wants what it wants. Courtney. Good for you, Courtney. Good for you. Good, good, good for you. All right. All right, Cappies. This is your you versus them reading. This is where I hold you, the viewer, accountable for the reasons for the blockage between the connection of you and this person. If you do not like tough love, this is not your reading. If you don't want clarification of what you're doing to cause the blockage in a relationship, this is not your reading. If you're easily offended, this is not your reading. I am never rude. I am never disrespectful. I always talk respectfully. I just read the cards, so just keep that in mind. Capricorn, you will be on this side. Your person will be on this side. The roles can be reversed, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's go ahead and get started. Full card. Okay, one card fell. Four of Cups. Page of Cups. Two of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. King of Swords. All right. Zodiac signs I see. I see water here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Strong Pisces with the Fool. Also Aries with the Fool card. I have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini with the King of Swords cards. Those are the strongest zodiac signs I see in this reading. I also have minor Earth here with that Nine of Pentacles. That is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So I see somebody in the past on your side taking a leap of faith towards this person. This person is in a state of dissatisfaction where they're at in life at this point in time. So let's see what's happening here, Capricorn. Yeah, you offered them a solid, stable foundation. You offered them something like, say, hey, I think I could really make you happy. I think if me and you are to get together, we could have a really good life together. I really want to see if we can make something work. And I think you noticed that this person felt like they were lacking something in their life. So let's see what's going on here. Why do I get the feeling that your person is never really satisfied with anything? Why do I get that impression? Hopefully I'm wrong. Let's get a clarification card. The Hermit, that's a Virgo energy. Yeah, this person in the past, at the time that you approached them, they were, like I told you, they were just at a state of dissatisfaction here. They were not really happy with anything being offered to them in life. They were doing a lot of inner soul searching, a lot of inner work. They were basically they were at this point in time where they just wanted to be alone. They wanted to discover who they are. They're not quite sure what they could do at that point in time to make them happy. So this is a lot of introspection that this person was doing at the time. So if this person didn't accept your offer at the time, Capricorn, it's just because they were getting their own sense of self. Nothing to do with you. I will say that for sure. Now, did that take away your interest? No, of course it didn't, because I see you here still like, hey little person, offering something small to them, offering them, unlike the Page of Wands where it's this more flirtatious energy, this is more kind of sweet, romantic energy. You might want to say, hey, my person over here, would you like to go out for coffee? Or would you like to join me for lunch? Just something sweet, something cute. You might not have let this person know. I'm getting a bunch of downloads, so I'm trying to figure out which ones are the strongest, but the first one that's strong that's coming out to my head right now is that this person probably doesn't know you still have feelings for them. They probably don't know that you still have lingering feelings for them from the past, and you kind of kept it to yourself. This is Pisces energy, by the way. If it's not that, then it's a situation to where you're like, okay, I'm just gonna act like this is not a date, but it's really a date. If I'm inviting them to lunch, I'm just gonna act like we're doing it under friendship, but then I'm gonna pay for their lunch and, start complimenting their looks. I'm gonna keep this little plan to myself. Something like that. Something sweet though. It's nothing malicious on your side. So that I will say. Now here, what I find interesting is a couple. Why did I say couple? Okay, stuff happens for a reason. So I'm going to say a couple, because I usually say this is the soulmate card, the divine counterpart card. So for some reason I said couple. Hold up. Oh. I don't know if you remember me saying this at the beginning of the reading, but I said, I feel like this person's never satisfied. Remember I told you that? I get the feeling like the person's never satisfied. Even though they're trying to work and see why they're not like that, they're not changing their behavior. I hate to say that. It's like they want a soulmate, they want to be in a relationship, or maybe they are in a relationship, because I did say couple, which I usually don't say when I pick up that card. But they also want their options open. You see the Seven of Cups card? Yeah. So I have a couple of downloads with your person. They could be in a relationship already. They could already be in a divine union. Or maybe they're searching for the divine union, but they still want to have their options open. I told you, when I saw that card, I'm like, I don't feel like your person's never satisfied. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. You're attractive. You're an attractive person because this is on your side. In the future, I see you thriving. I see you looking good, feeling good, successful, whatever you're doing, Capricorn. The Two of Wands in reverse. It's like you want to revisit this person. But I'm going to tell you this. In the future outcome, if you do revisit this person, because the Two of Wands is in reverse, it can counteract all the good work you put into yourself. So if in the future you find yourself thriving, like looking good, feeling good, successful in your career, you have everything going on in life, and you still find yourself attracted to this person in the future, if they come back into your life, there's a huge risk that they can just demolish all of that stuff that you worked on. Because this is lack of planning. All right. In their energy, I have the King of Swords. Unlike the Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is going to tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. Not trying to be mean, but she'll just say it how it is. The King of Swords is a little bit more mindful. He'll still be honest, but he uses more tact. Not emotion, but tact. Thinks more with his head than his heart. So if he was to come back into your life, or she, remember there's no gender in tarot, this person was to come back into your life in the future, it's not gonna be because they have feelings or romantic feelings. It's because they want to think how you can benefit them. It's strategy. It's strategy. That's all it is. Yep, and they're going to turn you upside down. Look at that. Because to clarify the King of Swords, we have the Emperor in reverse. This person is controlling. This person is reckless. They can be very domineering. They can gaslight you. They can manipulate you to get something out of you for what they want. They're going to take advantage of the fact that you're still attracted to them in the future if you decide to go for this. Because presently, Capricorn, this is another 50-50 reading. I've been doing a few of these today, and usually I don't do that. I gotta see, I think today is a 5-day. Let's see, it's February the 2nd, so that's 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6, 14, 1 to 4, that's a 5-day. So today's a day of change. All right, so today's a 5-day. So today is a day that you're gonna have to make decisions. You change your life for this direction or that direction. I think that's why I'm having a lot of 50-50 readings today, because today's a 5-day. So what's going on here? They like you. And even if they want to be in a partnership with you, they still want to have their options. If they're already in relationships, they still want to have options. This person, I told you when I saw this card, they're never satisfied. They can never have enough. Even if they have something, they want more. This person is very greedy. And Capricorn, your part in this connection is that you're giving to the wrong person. You are giving to the wrong person. You have good intentions, but the reason they're not going to connect with you fully is because they know they can take advantage of you. So what you have to do is step back. That's if you don't want this type of connection. If you want the total package, this person is just not giving that to you. So you're blocking yourself from finding your best future love. I'm just saying that. I'm not going to say you're blocking this connection, because this person's willing to connect to you, but on their terms, not on your terms. This person is selfish. Tough love there. Tough love. Sorry. But it's love nonetheless. It might be tough, but it's still love nonetheless. All right. All right, Capricorn. Hope that gave you some insight. I hope that helped you out. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, guys. That was my last zodiac sign. I'm going to say hi and bye really quick. Hi, I'm sorry I'm saying it wrong. Madeline? Is it Madeline? I'm just going to say Karl Mark. That's a little bit easier for me to say. All right, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for checking the reading. Thank you so much for everybody who's liked the video, everybody who's subscribed. I greatly appreciate you. All the likes, all the comments, all the subscriptions, they do help me and my channel. I'm trying to get more videos out to you guys more often. I appreciate you guys so much. Zia had to step away, so please give me about maybe 10-15 minutes to get the timestamps ready for you, and we'll get those started. Again, thank you so much. I wish you love and light. Namaste.